In this video, I'm going to show you why ISO 42001 exists. Hey, my name is Lata. I'm the head of AI governance at Global AI Certification Council. And this is episode 1 of 14-part series about ISO 42001. And this video, we are going to talk about ISO 42001 and why does it even exist. I'm going to actually start off with a case study. August 1st, 2012. That's one of the days the Wall Street will never forget. So it was about a company called Knight Capital Group. They were one of the fastest growing and the biggest trading firms on the Wall Street. So they were doing around 17% of all New York Stock Exchange trading, which is around like 3 billion trades processed every single day. And they were also doing around 16% of Nasdaq trades as well. So what happened was they actually deployed a software update on their system and they forgot to update it on one of the servers they had, just one. Okay, and at around 8:01 a.m. they got 97 error emails and nobody noticed that. And at around 9:30 the market opened and the defective server started firing millions of orders. What happened was they started buying the stocks when it was high and started selling when it was low. So it was just happening on repeat for just only 45 minutes. And they lost around $460 million. Because as I said, they were doing billions of trades. They lost $460 million. The company that took 17 years to build, they were bankrupt in under an hour and they were acquired a year later. So that was way back in 2012 when we didn't even have AI. Now think about the same damage that's going to happen using AI. Now AI can learn, AI can adapt, AI can generate, AI can recommend. And most of us do not know how this happens. Even tech people struggle to say how AI works. So who is managing this AI? As you all know, now AI is embedded in everything, even from hiring, finances, banking, healthcare, and even content creation, marketing. It's everywhere. Every business currently depends on it, right? But most organizations do not have a structured governance process to manage all of this. And slowly the failures are all stacking up. I'm going to share with you 2 more case studies. The first one is from Amazon. Back in 2014, Amazon built an AI tool to help with recruiting. They trained it on 10 years of past hiring data. But here is the catch. Most of the people hired in those 10 years were men. Even at that time, Amazon had around 69% men working for their organization. So the AI quietly learned a pattern. It thought male CVs were good, and it started downgrading CVs when it says words like women, women chess, women captain, women college. No one programmed it to discriminate. It just learned from the data. And that's the lesson. AI doesn't magically remove bias. If we feed it biased history, it can quietly automate the bias at scale. The second case study. In 2019, a healthcare algorithm used by a major US hospital was found to underserve black patients. It was affecting more than 10 million people at that time. There are a total of 600 incidents that have been reported just in 2024. And there have been more incidents that are happening in your organization, in our organization, and that didn't come out as a news. So from what I can find so far is every failure has some kind of root cause. The key root cause is about the risk. Are we identifying those risks, whether it is internal risk within an organization or an external risk from other external factors? Number 2 is impact. Is it going to affect people? Is it going to affect the minority community? So we need to understand the impact of people and the human rights. Third one is who's going to monitor it? The reason is you can see that AI is keep drifting, which means it loses accuracy over time, right? It hallucinates. How are we going to detect all of this? So we need to continuously test all of this. How is this going to happen? Next one is accountability. Like if something happens with AI, who is going to be blamed? Is it developer or the leadership team or the compliance team? We do not know that yet. And there is no clear AI management system available. That's the core of all these problems. And that's why ISO 42001 was published by ISO in December 2023. It's the world's first certifiable standard for AI management systems. Already companies like Microsoft, Infosys, Miro, Synthesia, they have already been certified by ISO 42001 standard. And something I want you to understand here is someone who is a certified lead implementer or a lead auditor, they can earn anywhere from 60,000 to 100,000 US dollars in a year. And if you are very good at regulatory drivers like EU AI Act, ISO 42001, or UK AI Code, or NIST AI RMF framework, you may have a higher chance of success in the AI governance field. ISO actually does 3 important things. Number 1, it requires organizations to identify and manage AI-specific risk, not the generic IT ones which are managed in ISO 27001 or ISO 27701. This is AI-specific risk, like how to mitigate bias, how to detect hallucination early and avoid it, and how to manage all the drifts that are happening because AI models lose accuracy over time. How do we avoid that? And how do we handle data? Are we using the data that's been permitted to be used? Are we using data that's up to date? Then we do not even know how AI works. And do we know how transparent AI is? Do we know when a loan application is approved? Do we know how AI is working? That all needs to be managed, identified, and maintained. The second one is it creates accountability. It defines roles, a formal AI policy, a clear ownership of who is doing what in terms of building and deploying AI. Third, it builds continuous improvement. It follows PDCA lifecycle: plan, do, check, and act. So it keeps monitoring, keep improving, and make sure the AI performs the best throughout its AI lifecycle. The standard has 10 clauses and 4 annexes. Clauses 4 through 10 are the mandatory requirements. Annexure A gives you 38 specific controls. We are going to cover every single one in this series at a depth that gives you real working knowledge, the kind of knowledge that lets you implement it, audit it, or confidently sit for a professional certification exam. So who is this for? So it's primarily for people from IT and cybersecurity who already have some kind of idea towards risk assessment, auditing, and this would be the next career move for you. The next one is people who are in compliance and GRC. I'm sure your clients will ask for this AI governance in the next few days, or probably it's already happening. The next one is students or career switchers. So in this AI disruption, if you're thinking about finding a way to move on into AI, because that's the future, just like how our internet was before. So it is better if you move into AI governance. And a lot of people think that you need a technical background to do it, and it's not. And it's a governance, making decisions, and critically understanding what needs to happen in AI. That's what you need to do in ISO 42001. As I told you before, this is the first episode of the 14-part series. These are the remaining topics that I'm going to talk to you about. I'm sure you're going to have some fun time listening to all of this and understand more about ISO 42001. And if you want to be formally certified, I'm putting some resources in the description box below. Please go ahead and have a read at it. In my opinion, the certification is the fastest way to prove your expertise and stand out in the crowded market. So the next episode is about what even is a AI system, because there is a confusion in terms of what is an AI system itself. So let's talk about that in the next video.